and see how this was going to pan out. Let's get one more person into our top 4. So, quarterfinals, MTGO Masters, Season 2. One more person going to get into the top 4. These are the opening hands. I'm not even going to try to understand what's happening on Kanister's side. It's kind of one of those ones that if he starts making lots of game actions, I'm guessing he's winning the game. Where this over on Arne's side, looks like a pretty good keep to me. We've got a way to reduce the cost of spells. We've got some rituals. We've got a way to turn dead cards into cards, and we've got the ruby medallion. Do you have any idea what's happening on the Kanister side?
Well, Arne has a fine keep, I think. He has 2 lands, 2+ lands, and a ruby medallion and some red cards. He has a ritual, so he's going to be keeping for sure. Kanister's deck is interesting. I actually had to ask him how exactly does this deck win, because on the first sight I couldn't quite tell what the combo is. He is looking to put All-Stars Rider into play and then use Neoform or Eldritch Revolution to turn that into Griselbrand. Then he's going to draw his entire deck thanks to Nourishing Shoals, exiling some of these big green creatures and gaining him enough life to do that. And normally, you would just kind of pass the turn, but here at the end step, he can discard the Worldspine Worm, or rather in the cleanup phase, which is going to create a trigger, which means he's going to get priority. And at that point, he's going to start looping his deck, which I'm going to explain when we get there. But he's going to basically start. He's going to put 4 All-Stars Riders into play after he's going to draw his entire library, thanks to Griselbrand. And when he has that in play, he's going to use Court of Calling to get a Witherbloom Apprentice. And then in his cleanup step, he's just going to start looping all the pacts and endurances and start putting it back into his library, drawing cards again. And yeah, let's just see him. let's wait to see him do that.
You explained it. I still don't know what's going on, but it looks like we're seeing it in action here. So we are going to see the Neoform into the Griselbrand, 8/8 life linking flying. It's pay 7 life, draw 7 cards, and that's the shore to gain 15, draw another 7. Yeah, we might be seeing a turn 2 kill. Does it? I remember they used to just mill the whole deck out and play like Lab Maniac and stuff, but it's the end bit I'm getting stuck on here. So I'm going to be interested to see how Kanister goes through this motion.
I think this should be game, yeah. Now Kanister, unless he draws his cards in a really weird order where he has to stop drawing cards with Griselbrand, which would be really unfortunate because he's going to be able to draw at least 14 cards. And once he finds a Nourishing Shoal, he's going to be able to start pitching some of these green cards. He wants to put all the All-Stars Riders into play. And even though one of them is already in the graveyard, he can loop them back with Endurance. Also, when the Endurance is in play, he can actually still, before the sacrifice trigger, use it for Court of Calling to get the Apprentice, the what's called Witherbloom Apprentice into play. And once he has that in play, he can start looping Pact with Endurance and Apprentice because he's also gaining life in the process and draining the opponent.
Do we have Nourishing? I feel like we just scrolled through the whole hand, but I can't see any more Nourishing Shoals, which means there's no more way of gaining life.
That would be extremely unlucky, yeah.
I think there might be a little whiskey poo here, and we're just going to try and get our max value. I think wrong. I could keep completely wrong here, and Kanister's going to just prove me on the spot that I have no idea what I'm talking about. But this isn't a deck we see every day, right? This is a very niche deck. It's not. We don't see it in leagues. We don't see it at tournaments. But playing in a small 1v1 tournament, which this week is. Say that one more time. Oh. Fair one. I'm being told by our production team that because we've got the packs as well. That means do we just lose our own upkeep because we can't pay for the packs?
I have no idea what's happening. We can't quite see Kanister's entire hand, which also makes it a little awkward. So I don't know if he doesn't have any more Nourishing Shoals, he would kind of have to pass the turn and then he dies.
He doesn't. He had to scoop it up. He went for it. Went to the big combo kill. Didn't manage to get there. I don't know what the odds are there. We saw him draw, I think, 24, 14, 21, about 28 cards deep and wasn't able to do it. Or did we just see that over on Arnie's side that Arnie had the turn 1 win there, nice and easy, just how he wrote it up?
Yeah, Arne probably went from okay, I have a decent hand to oh my god, I'm dead on turn 2 without before even playing my second land to what just happened? How did my opponent concede in the middle of the combo?
It's that powerful turn 1 Bloodstained Mire. Don't underestimate the power of that card. It's extremely powerful, but it's what it is. Sometimes you high risk, high rewards. You can try and win on turn 2 in Modern. Sometimes it's going to bite you in the butt, and then we saw it there.
Yeah, once you start casting Summoner's Pact, you're either going to win, or if it doesn't come together, you're not going to survive your next upkeep. So yeah, it is high risk, high reward.
All right. Well, we're going to sideboards now. We see silences getting moved back and forth here. It looks like they're going to be coming in. That's going to be a really nice way of stopping the combo. Like mid combo, we can just cast a silence. Because it doesn't look like there's much of it's at instant speed over on Kanister's side. Does need to cast his spells at sorcery to be able to get the bigger effects from them. So it'll be interesting if maybe silence is the key win piece in this one, or maybe we're just going to whiff again. But of course, on the other side, there's always a chance that if Arnie goes to the win, Arnie can whiff. It's just not as devastating as conceding the game. It's more just, I've got to try and rebuild from this spot.
Yeah, Arne just wants anything that interacts, because otherwise his deck matches up pretty badly against what Kanister is trying to do, because Kanister just kind of wins on his own turn, and Arne has a turn 3 goldfish if things go well, but he has no interaction. So anything that slows Kanister down, silence, whatever kind of counter spell you can bring in, that's what he's looking for.
It's interesting, like especially being on the play. I wonder if Kanister had to go for it that turn, or if he just had it and the fail rate was so low, you always go for it. Could we have waited another turn? But we did draw a majority of our deck, and we did have those, as you said, the awkward cards were at the bottom of our deck, and if they were there, it doesn't matter what we were doing on what turn, we weren't going to win the game. Silence in hand here though for Arnie. Mulligan to 6, but found the key piece as well as 2, 3 really good cards in his deck: a Ral, a Ritual, and a way of turning through his deck. Real resolve.
I'm curious to see how Arne is going to play this. If it comes to that, does he tap out for Ral on turn 2, or is he going to hold the silence? Is he going to use it, in Kanister's next upkeep to kind of try to buy himself a turn, which wouldn't make too much sense for me. Yeah, curious to see how he plays it out.
I'm kind of in suspense. I main modern. Modern's my jam. I know a large amount of this. I know the old Neoform decks and how crazy they can be, but this does there's a newer build for Kanister. It's pretty spicy.
Does Kanister have it here? Does he have enough cards to do that? He plays the Grove. He can play Pact for the Rider. He would have to exile both the one evolution and the Disciple. Disciple. Oh, he doesn't have a.
Yeah, he needs the third land.
Yeah. Never mind. I was thinking of Neoform and not Eldritch evolution. So he needs one more land to pull this off.
Well,
he has the Disciple, right?
Yeah, Disciple's the land. So we're just a green card away from potentially trying to go off yet again. That Pact's going to be able to protect us from the silence on the other side. There is no split second attached to it.
Yeah, I mean that seems pretty easy. You just need to draw either a land or a green card. And I think Kanister's deck only has lands, green cards, and 1 Griselbrand, 1 more Pact of Negation, and 4 Preordains. So he has 6 bricks in his deck.
I guess if you just draw the Griselbrand, that's awkward, huge, right? It's oh, now I literally can't go off until I hit my hand size up to 8 and discard it, and then it's not the end of, but it's extremely hard if the top card of his deck right now is going to be Griselbrand. Over on Arnie's side, Arnie's in a dilemma. Do I play my 2-drop to advance my game plan to try and win potentially turn 3 myself, or do I have to stop that Kanister going off and hold up this silence?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a big decision. I think he might try to sit on the silence and then next turn play Ral plus silence to basically get a time walk. and try to win next turn. That is probably the best plan he has at the moment.
Here's going with you. We did draw a green card in Chord of Calling, so strap in, ladies and gentlemen. We might be seeing this combo go off one more time. The fact that Summoner's Pack's being cast on turn number 3 telling me we're going for it. So this is going to get the Rider. The Rider ditch 2 green cards, which is going to be 1 Elvish, 1 Chord of Calling.
Oh, and as chat correctly points out, Kanister is running 1 copy of Galta Stampede Tyrant, which is also an 8 drop, just like Grizzlebrand. And it says that when it enters the battlefield, you may put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield.
I was about to say, we could silence with the packs now being cast. We don't have the mana to cast it, but because we've got the pact and the silence here, we're still going to go. Man, I love Modern. Modern's sick at times. It really is cool to see this sort of stuff go off. There's the third land drop. Last card in hand. Eldritch Evolution.
So now Kanister is going to be able to draw 14 cards, and he needs to find some Nourishing Shoals and some green cards to pitch into them.
There's Grizzlebrand. Instant draw 7. What do we get? We've got a Nourishing Shoal and a 7 drop, but we can go deeper. We can see if we can find something bigger here.
He can also use the Noxious Revival to bring back the shoal on the top of his library if he wants to. He doesn't need to do it now, though. He's still at 16 life.
Oh, no, he is doing that.
He does have to do that, right, because that's exactly 16. So, yeah, he has to do that.
There's the 7. We've got another. Oh, we can go pack to find the big worm. I don't know the name of it. There it is, wherever it is. Gain 15 life. That's another 14 cards. Have a little look through our deck again. What's going on? Got the endurance. Looks like we're missing a way to gain more life, so we might have to go another 7 cards deeper. Just having a look. I think it's the Nourishing Shoal we're missing again, right? We need a Nourishing Shoal in this instant.
I believe so. He does have to go off because there is the blue pact still.
Well, and the green pact, blue and green pact have been cast this turn.
Okay. Is he just dead? Did he just break twice?
I think he's just bricked twice.
Is this real?
What's the odds of that? There's only 14 cards left in the deck.
He has 3 more shoals in the last 14 cards. Yeah.
Like if I was cast, I would not be buying a lottery ticket tonight. It does not look like his day. One for everybody in chat watching. We had a little prediction because we knew the deck lists before we went live tonight. We were having bets on how many turns this matchup would take, and we're currently turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 turns total have been played, and I think we're seeing Kanister whiff twice, which is someone get Frank in here. Get Frank to do the odds on that happening because
Arne cast 1 spell, and he's going to win 2-0.
1 spell, played 3 land, cast 1 spell, and the spell was counterspelled. Whoa, that's rough. That's some bad beats right there. We're just going through the motions, showing Arne still had all this. Just I can't pay the 7 mana needed. Oh no, is it 9 mana actually? 9 mana in my upkeep because pack's 5.
I mean, he does have double endurance in hand, I think. So there might be a way that he Nah.
I can't see that way, and nor can he. So, really well played there by Arne. Skill was involved and everything like that. He had to play those lands one after another. Like it was huge. His big brain, but